up there. How did you do that? All right. Does everyone have some music to look at? Yeah. Yeah. Huh? Are they? Is that your sister? What's up? Here we go. This is warm-up number 1, grade 5s, with some old people in there. And 1, 2, ready, trombones and baritones. Can you guys play a little bit louder? Okay, here we go. Same one. And 1. Okay. So you have nice and tall. Show me that really good posture. And 1, 2, ready. Same thing. Then if you want to, you can put your flute and go behind, right? There we go. Yeah. If everyone kind of goes to behind the other person's head, that'll help. I know it's flutes, it's really tight, okay? I just got to grab some, yeah. Alright, we're starting about 2 minutes. She's really cold. going to go back there and play drums, yes? So I will count you off. We'll go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, stop, stop. Okay. I'm excited. You guys are going to be amazing. I'm just going to go see how busy the line is. Yeah, you guys can play for about 1 more minute, okay? Yep. These are all my scores. For all the pieces. Hey, back row. Back row. Katerina. Marley. You guys want to move over? Fill in the gaps, okay? Move down. Move down. That way Sam isn't in the lead. Move down. Move down. All right, before we begin this evening, I'd like to acknowledge that we are on the lands in which we work, learn, and play are on the Treaty 8 territory and on the traditional lands of the Fort Nelson First Nation. So thank you. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Fort Nelson Year-End Concert. My name, if you don't know for some reason, is Mr. Johnstone. I'm going to be your conductor and also your MC this evening. I didn't want to throw being MCing on someone in such short notice, so you get the joy of getting to listen to me talk. When we were evacuated 3 weeks ago, I wasn't sure we'd be able to pull this off, but I'm glad the students and you are all here to celebrate another successful year that we've had, and of course to honor the hard work and dedication that the students have put in. Yes, good job. Before we begin, a couple quick reminders. Of course, if you have a cell phone that makes a noise or anything like that, just please make sure that it is turned to silent. That way we don't have any extra chirps in the middle of our pieces. Also, we do ask that you stay the entire evening. I've tried to keep this evening, I'm hoping, under an hour, because I know everyone's busy and tired this time of year. But if you do need to leave, we just ask that you wait until there's a break in the music. It can be kind of distracting if we have people kind of running up and down the aisles here in the middle of a piece. So if you just wait until there's a break in the music. Now, at the end of the concert, your child might tell you that you are there to leave their instrument here. That's not a lie. Okay, they are actually supposed to do that. We've just found this is an easier way to make sure that all of the instruments end up back at the school. This is, of course, if they have a school instrument. If they own their instrument, yes, they do need to take it home. But if their instrument has a serial number on the side, it belongs to the school, they can actually just leave it in the green room before they go, and that way they don't need to worry about taking it home and then taking it back to school. They can also leave their binder full of music here just to make sure that everything is done and ready to go. They do get to keep their t-shirts, of course. Okay, I do not need those back. Tour band, high school people, hopefully you might have brought your full uniform. There's a bin back there. If you did not bring that today, that's okay. Just try and make sure it gets back to school by preferably this week, but if not, by next week for sure. All right. Today we are starting with our beginning band. So this is made up of students from Mr. Gilbert's class and Miss Trainer's class. And you're going to notice some very mature-looking 10-year-olds in there. They're very mature for their age. I do want to thank some of these FNSS students who have just offered to jump in just because we lost out on sort of 4 weeks of practice time, just to add some little extra support for our beginners and also our advanced band at Angus. So thank you to those who are not 10 years old in there. In April, this group did travel to Fort St. John. They earned a gold from the adjudicator at the Northeast Performing Arts. Oh, we've got our first winner. Is it? Luke's just calling him out. Look at that. So the first piece this evening is by Canadian composer Robert Buckley, entitled Smuggler's Cove. This piece tells the legend of Smuggler's Cove that has a secret sea cave that can only be visible when there's a very low tide and is full of hidden treasure. So here is the beginning band with special guests playing Smuggler's Cove. They've come a long way from hot cross buns back in December. Second piece this evening is called Squonk Blues. A squonk is a mythical forest creature that is so ashamed of its appearance that it hides from sight and spends most of its time crying.
When cornered, it evades capture by dissolving into a pool of tears. However, on a dark, moonless night, when no one is about, they gather together and sing and dance the squonk blues. And if you want to see what a squonk looks like, it's kind of a creature, yeah. I understand. Yeah. Here's squonk blues. If you take it out, you can unscrew. You can screw it back in. Yeah. All right, here we go. Remember, trombones play on beat 1. Everyone else rests, right? 'And finally, we're going to end the beginner band section of the concert with Power Rock, which is a mashup of We Will Rock You and Another One Bites the Dust. I'm going to attempt to play some drums, so I apologize in advance. Feel free to sing along. All right, can we give these beginners another big round of applause? Awesome job, guys. All right, we're going to do a quick change over here. So we're going to get our beginner band. You guys are going to vacate. Okay. We're going to have 2 solos coming up really quick. So we're going to get our advanced band on as well. So if you bear with us just for about 2 minutes, we'll do this quick changeover.
Yeah. You're going to go to the back row now, yeah. Yeah. Huh? Nope, you're fine. You're going to come to the front row. Okay. Over there. Yeah. Okay. You can bring on the advanced band when you're ready. Yeah. Yeah. 6, 7. Yeah. Dragon, Celtic, and yeah.
You know, since Arya is all ready to go, let's start with Arya's solo. And Arya, what are you playing again? I can't remember. Colors of the Wind. So here's Arya on piano. I'm going to get out of the way so you can totally see her. Here is Colors of the Wind. Awesome job, Arya. So good. And we have Emily, who's going to be playing Hagrid's theme from Harry Potter. Awesome job, Emily. So good. So good. All right, now we got an advanced band coming out. They should be ready to go in about 1 minute.
The drop? Luke, move over one. Do we need another chair? Okay. If we need another one.
I need to sit aside a little bit with your music. Guys, I can use my stand.
Okay, you want to grab a chair from back there? And again. Blue, able to sneak over a little more. Okay, can you move down? Where do we want Zaza? Right here? Where do you want Zaza? Right here? Okay. Come on in, Zaza. Okay, this chair. Carter working? Bass working? Just check the volume, make sure it's not too loud. Okay. Turn it down a little bit. Down. Stop.
All right, we're just going to do a very brief warm-up.
All right, warm up number 1, please. Here we go. Just warm up number 1. That's it. Okay. Got enough room flutes? Okay. And 1, 2, warm up 1.
Alrighty, on stage now, we have the RLA Advanced Band. This is made up of students in grades 6 and 7. Most have been playing for a couple years. We do have some brand new students who have just started playing this year. This group also traveled to Fort St. John in April, and they also earned a gold from the adjudicator there, so they've been doing really awesome. Yes. Again, you will notice that we have some older people in the audience. We also have some younger people. You notice Lily and Kyla are in grade 5, and they're like, you know what, we need some harder music to play. So here they are, playing with the grade 6, 7. So they're doing awesome. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, so the first piece we're going to be performing this evening is entitled Dragon's Lair. This is a piece of programmatic work that tells the tale of a knight's search for a dragon's whereabouts. Once the dragon is spotted, the knights engage in a fierce battle. Here is Dragon's Lair.
Muhammad, are we good?
I can't find my other mallet.
Can you use the back of a drumstick to take it? Good? Okay. All right, Dragon Slayer.
Thank you very much. We are missing a few percussionists this evening, hence why we have some awkward silences. Thank you to Janik, and was it Cole? Cole giving us some friendly reminders. Thanks. All right, our next piece is entitled Celtic Air and Dance. It's based on two traditional Irish folk melodies. The first one you might recognize as Danny Boy, featuring our amazing clarinet section at the beginning. And the second one is the star of Country Down, an exciting dance-like piece. So we hope you enjoy Celtic Air and Dance. And the final piece for the RLA Advanced Band, and I swear I did not pick this after the evacuation, is a classic Deep Purple song entitled Smoke on the Water. Obviously, this is a song that probably most of you will recognize. It's one that sort of all beginning guitar and bass players learn, just as well sort of got a really fun riff to play. We hope you enjoy Advanced Band's final piece.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Another big round of applause for our advanced band.
All right.
Advanced band, goodbye. We'll see you later. All right, up next, we are going to have Jesse Stidoff perform a solo for us.
Do you want to sit?
Kind of.
Yeah, go ahead. Are you ready? Your backing track has like 10 seconds or so.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
City of Stars.
Oh,
See.
there we go.
This is called City of Stars. I believe it's from La La Land, right? Yes, okay. All right, this backing track has like 10 seconds of silence, so don't be surprised if there's no sound at the start. Let's see here. Fingers crossed.
So true, Ashley.
Is that more than 10 seconds?
That has been a little long, perhaps.
That seems long more than 10 seconds. See if that works.
Come on, Corbin, you can do it.
Amazing job, Jesse. All right, now we're going to bring out Hestia. All right, are we ready to go? Let's see if this one works. Fingers crossed. Another amazing solo by Hestia. I'm waiting forward to your first album with all your solos. It's gonna be an album. All right, we're gonna bring out our FNSS class band, and we'll be ready to go in about 90 seconds.
Yeah, we don't need to do here for the team. Yeah. That's why it's loosen up more. Lauren and Sean, you guys want to move over one Crespo? Who are we missing? Crespo, do you want to come? Actually, yeah, there's one over there. And then you move that one. Move down, move down. Who are we missing? Down, move down. Yeah. Alright, so you want to move down one then? Or is that going to be too tight? How about, you okay? Okay, is that too tight for you? Yeah. Okay, change plans, move down. Sorry, we're going to get rid of this chair. Musical chairs. Move down. Okay, can you pass me this chair? Let's do that, and you're not getting hit with a bow. a quick contra B flat scale? Here we go. And weird setup, but all right. Contra B flat scale half notes. And 1, 2, 3, and.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, up next we have the FNSS Class Band. This ensemble is made up of students in grade 8 through 11, and we meet within the timetable. So it's one that's actually sort of during the day, not in the morning. We have 4 pieces for you. We're going to start with the theme from Mission Impossible. All right. Up next, with a nod to Western movie themes, is a quirky selection with plenty of whimsical flair. Cleverly written rhythmic figures create an image of a horse-mounted elves bounding across the landscape in a quest for adventure. And I lost my place. They're in for, join this merry band in their musical romp in a search for treasure, conquest, and revelry. Here is Elvin 11, composed by Chris Campbell.
Oh, I skipped the order. Sorry. We're doing this time. We'll come back to that. Elvin.
All right, we go from the Wild West over to Greece. We're going to listen to a piece called Greek Isle Adventure. This was a piece that's going to start off nice and slow, and by the time it gets to the end, we're barely hanging on. Here is Greek Isle Adventure. All right, our final selection of the evening for our FNSS class band is Cartoon Symphony. This is a collection of melodies from those early morning cartoons that some of us are old enough to remember having to get up and watch in the morning. You're going to hear from Fred, Barney, and Wilma, Bugs Bunny, the Jetsons, Pink Panther, and Animaniacs. Please enjoy Cartoon Symphony.
Who's slide whistling? No one? All right. And ready?
All right. Thank you to our FNSS Senior Concert Band. We're going to do a really quick switch over to our jazz band for the final group of the night. If you just give us 2 minutes, if you need to stand up and stretch, feel free to do so.
Literally, it feels like my cheek is getting a sun. There? That's so cool. So I'm here.
How's that? Happy? Happy chat? How you doing, man? Hi. Hi. Are you booked? Come up and say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Can you say hi? No. Wait. Oh. Do you want to connect? Do you want to connect? Yeah. Yeah.
You definitely.
Go out. If you need to strike some stuff, yeah. Steven, you okay? Vegas?
All right, while they're getting set up, okay, You may have noticed that tour band is not performing this evening, as we just didn't have enough time to get through our new pieces. We barely had enough time to kind of put this together, so we're quite lucky. This group had an outstanding year. We did receive a gold superior rating in the festival at Grand Prairie. They were sounding amazing. Unfortunately, of course, as you know, our trip to Toronto was canceled just 2 days before we were about to leave. So I do want to acknowledge all the parents and students who worked so hard this year for this trip, whether it was showing up early to morning band, helping at one of the many fundraising events. I really do appreciate all of the time and effort that everyone contributed, and know that having such a strong program and being able to provide these opportunities is not possible without the support from the entire community. So thank you for all of that. All right, now before Senior Jazz Band begins, I do want to take a few minutes to acknowledge our graduating students. So, we're going to start with Nicole. So Nicole, you can come stand right here. Perfect. All right. For those of you who are not or uninitiated to this tradition, students who make it to their grade 12 year in band are provided with this award. It's very fancy. It is a piece of the band wall. This orange fabric is taken directly from the band room and offered to students as sort of a token of my appreciation for their hard work, their dedication, and commitment to being an active participant in the band room. Now, I'd love to be giving out 10 of these every year, but the reality is that only the strong can survive being in band all the way to grade 12. That's right, it's not for the weak. This is, for a lot of them, it's going to be 8 years of early morning rehearsals, fundraising, and of course, my terrible jokes. Thanks, McKenna, for I'm still using them. They're still in use. Now, I know I have a habit of rambling with these speeches, so I've really tried to condense it this year. So we're going to start with Nicole. Okay, Nicole is our first graduating student. Nicole's journey is unique in the music department, as she's she only joined band back a few years ago in 10th grade. I was thrilled when she approached me about joining jazz band and playing piano, especially since we needed someone to fill the role after Noel, our previous piano player, had just graduated. Over these past 3 years, Nicole has been a dedicated and hardworking member of the jazz band. She has consistently attended rehearsals, practiced diligently, and fully engaged in the learning process. Nicole is kind, thoughtful, and has a wonderful sense of humor. Though I wish I had more time to work with her, I am very grateful that she chose to make jazz band a part of her FNSS experience. You will be missed. I am confident Nicole has a bright future ahead of her, and I wish her the best of luck in all her endeavors. There you go. Congratulations, Nicole. Yeah. All right, we're going to bring up Aaron next. That's baby Erin on her first band trip in grade 5. I know, I tried to find the worst pictures. That's my job. All right, our next graduating student is Erin Berry. Erin joined us in grade 5 when she was in Miss Doherty's class. Right from day one, amidst a group of lively and energetic grade 5 students, Erin stood out for her exceptional politeness. I will always remember Erin and her friend Kendall waiting to say thank you after every band class. To this day, and actually this morning, Erin continues this thoughtful tradition, expressing her gratitude every rehearsal. In my 16 years of teaching, I cannot think of anyone who has been as consistently thoughtful and considerate as Erin. Throughout her time in the music department, Erin remained dedicated to the flute, playing in RLA bands, the FNSS concert band, and tour band. Erin had planned to travel with us to Calgary in 2020, But unfortunately, we all know how that turned out. Despite her demanding academic and work schedule, as long as working with grad executive, Erin always continued to make music a part of her life, even when she couldn't fit band class into her schedule these last couple of years. Erin, if my baby Ashlyn can grow up to be half as kind and caring as you, I will be an incredibly proud father. Thank you for everything, and I wish you all the best in your future. Sorry if I'm all sweaty. Thanks, Erin. All right. The legend himself, Stephen, come on down. All right. So, Stephen Faraday. Okay. Stephen joined band in grade 5 while in Miss Armitage's class. He quickly mastered the trumpet, and it wasn't long before he emerged as a leader within the ensemble. Early on, Stephen joined junior jazz band, and he was the only grade 7 student to make the journey with tour band to San Francisco in 2019. Upon his arrival at FNSS, Stephen continued to excel, taking on a leading role in the FNSS concert band, senior jazz, and tour band. Now, when he wasn't sneaking into the gym to play ball, Stephen demonstrated exceptional musical talent, quickly learning new pieces and sharing his knowledge with his peers. At this year's spring concert, we had the pleasure of hearing him play the ballad My Funny Valentine, and the adjudicator in Grand Prairie had nothing but praise for his performance. Now, Stephen may not always have been the best at listening or following to directions. Sometimes he had to be redirected multiple times, but he always understood the boundaries and respected them. Stephen is thoughtful, driven, and passionate, qualities that will undoubtedly serve him well in the future. You're leaving big shoes to fill in that first trumpet section. I want to thank you for your time, your energy, and commitment you have shown myself in this music department over the last 8 years, Stephen. We wish you the best of luck in your future, and I hope you continue to make music a part of your life. Thank you. All right, and our final graduating of the student of the evening is Mr. Aiden Thomas. All right. Now, Aiden first picked up the alto saxophone in Miss Doherty's class in grade 5. Like Stephen, Aiden quickly mastered his instrument and soon became a leader within the ensemble. Over the years, Aiden has showcased his talent in the RLA Advanced Band, Junior Jazz, FNSS Concert Band, Tour Band, Senior Jazz, and the FNSS Sax Quartet. His musical journey has taken him to Fort St. John, Grand Prairie, Whistler, and of course he had planned to travel to Toronto, but here we are. For his capstone project this year, Aiden actually composed a full jazz band piece. Now, we had hoped to perform it at this year's concert, but Aiden's composition was incredibly challenging, and we simply ran out of time to prepare it. Perhaps we'll have the opportunity in the future to work with it, as Aiden is an outstanding musician, unafraid to take the lead and play with confidence. This fall, Aiden was accepted into the BC Music Educators Honor Band and performed at UBC alongside some of the province's finest musicians. And I know now he is preparing to apply to the University of Alberta to continue his musical studies. Aiden is intelligent, confident, and insightful young man, as long as he wakes up in the morning. And I know he has a bright future ahead of him. Thank you, Aiden, for being an invaluable member of the music department and for sharing your exceptional skills. Don't hesitate to stop by in the future and show us some of the things you have learned. Thanks, Aiden. All right, so the final performing group of, actually let's give our grads one more big round of applause.
So Just 1 second. Mr. J isn't the only one that gets to make big speeches. Come on. 1 and 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is not only about us. We have the distinct honor of speaking about someone who has been much more than just a teacher, someone who has been a mentor, guide, and a friend, Mr. J. As we move... As we move on to new beginnings, we would like to thank and acknowledge the role you have played in our lives.
Unlike other teachers, you have been one to have known us all from a very early age, beginning our journey together in 2016 as little grade 5 students, unable to make a noise on an instrument, let alone knowing how to read music. Through the years, we grew taller and our voices and confidence grew stronger. Your presence was a constant. You grew with us, adapting as we changed, evolving your methods, but never wavering in your dedication. You have taught us that the measure of a person lies not in their marks they achieve, but in the kindness they show, the resilience they demonstrate, and integrity they uphold.
You have taught us many important skills, beginning with the B major scale, eventually being able... Hey.
B flat. Taught you
Hey.
nothing.
We played the B major scale first. Eventually being able to play through them all, despite the gross number of sharps and flats involved. You taught us music theory, mostly, how to count to 5, how to keep a beat, and how to at least pretend you're having fun. As Mr. J would say, we have gained so many memories and skills from you, but the one thing we will always remember is understanding that you can never be 100% perfect at anything, and that there can always be room for improvement.
So as we say goodbye, we wanted to give you something that demonstrated our growth as musicians, growth that was only possible because of you. As we leave our band family, know that you can have given us the greatest thing a teacher can offer, a belief that we can be more tomorrow than we are today.
Oh, that is really cool. So just so you guys know, this is it shows like the first piece they ever played in 2016, and then their last one they just did, which is really cool. Nothing's gonna jump out at me?
No.
You don't know.
I hope not.
Hang on, it's got one.
Yeah, make sure it's on
Yeah.
the right way. Yeah.
Is this a push or a slide?
I think it's a push.
Did anyone bring the key? Oh, there.
Yeah, we just like kind of.
Oh my goodness. Does someone read this or I can read it?
You can.
All right, sure.
I'm not doing that.
All right, so here's what it says. Mr. J, knowing that you are a trumpet player, the moment we saw it, we decided it was perfect to get you this trumpet from the 1930s. Other than just yourself playing the trumpet, we thought it would be a great addition to your collection of vintage brass. We thought that it would serve as a reminder in a way that, like the trumpet, we have grown so much, from back when we were little to now, almost fully grown adults who are venturing into the real world. So thank you for being such a big part in helping us all grow. So that's really sweet, guys.
That's some great songwriting.
Did you try playing it, Stephen? No. Yeah, I think that, yeah, I don't know if there might be some new diseases in there.
Yes.
So you can see how lucky my job is, right? I'm blessed that not every teacher gets to do this, where you get the chance to work with some incredible students who you know sometimes you watch the news or you read the things and you kind of worry, like what sort of shape is our world going to be in? But I get to work with these students and it kind of makes you feel like we're going to be okay. So thank you all, guys. It means so much. I love you all.
Are you ready?
Okay.
You Ready, guys? 1, 2, 3. Thank you for everything. We will miss you.
It's like they practice that. All right, I'm not even going to try putting that back in the case right now. Give me 1 sec. All right. Well, that was awesome. Thank you guys so much. Tonight, we have the Senior Jazz Band as our last group. This ensemble meets outside the timetable, so this means we rehearse Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 7:45. This is composed of students in grades 7, hi Xavier, okay, all the way up through grade 12. And this group has always had a chance to play some fun music, and tonight is no different. Unfortunately, I know a lot of you might be looking for a fromage. Did not happen. I apologize because of the wildfire, and I'm going to blame Ashlyn as well too. Sorry, Ashlyn. Next year, I promise we'll try and have one. But we are going to play some great tunes. We're going to start off tonight with Michael Sweeney original called Saxes with Attitude. I'm sure some of the parents out there of our sax players in the audience can agree that we have some strong personalities in this section, but that's what makes them sound so great. So here is Saxes with Attitude. Do we need a warm-up? Okay, they want a quick scale. We'll get to them. Some of them haven't played yet, to be fair. B flat major scale. Here we go. I know, it's boring. Here we go. 1. Okay, half note. And 1, 2, 3, and. All right, ready? And 1, 2, 3, and. Alrighty. Up next, we have a Latin chart entitled Chili Today, Hot Tamale.
All right. We're ready to go? She all hot. Not very chilly. It's like, okay. And one, two, one, two.
All right, for this next piece, Stephen is going to play on this trumpet. Jessica. I think that'd be a great way to end. All right, so just like that, we've arrived at our final piece of the night. Before we end with this final piece, I do just want to give a couple quick reminders. Please obviously make sure that all school instruments, along with original music, end back in that green room in those bins. Okay, students are not going to be required to have their instruments anymore this year. Also, I'd love it if a few students would be able to stick around for 10, 15 minutes just to help get the stage organized for maintenance tomorrow. And, of course, thank you for all coming this evening and sticking around all the way to the end. I hope you all have a great summer vacation, fire-free, and that we come back in fall refreshed and ready to try again in September. So here's the jazz band with our final piece. It's lots of fun to play, called Swings the Thing. Thanks again, everyone. Have an awesome summer. We'll see you in the fall.
Bravo, guys. You guys are like really in tune today. Like, this is like the best in tune you guys have been. It's really good. It's like really, really clear. I'll see you in 2 days then. Yeah. Right now, no. How about next week? I have no idea how it's supposed to be. Oh, maybe that way. to the front. Do you want to come to the front where it's easier? How about they come stand? Thank you for coming. Thank you. At least they've got air conditioning on, so you can feel it.
How do you do this? How do you do it?
Feels what?
Jeez, the lights every time. You're in like a full suit.
Yeah, I lose like 10 pounds. I gain it back by tomorrow. So I go and forward to like BPM. Hi. Someone can rest.
All my.
Okay, where am I going? Okay, I will stand here.
I don't want to go. Over here.
Wait, then I gotta hold up my trumpet. After I just figured out how to put it away.